We noticed there was a real trend for going back to the old way of doing things.
Yeah, people have been ditching their Kindles for books, using Polaroid cameras, making their own soap, you know, riding penny farthings to work, things like that.
So we thought, what olden days activity could we revive to its analogue version, you know?
And then we realised death threats.
That's why we started these death threat workshops.
Just to really take people back to the, you know, the old way of intimidating and silencing people, because I think people can forget how much more personal a physical no can be.
I mean, I never really received death threats as a child, but the internet's really changed that now, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, with Twitter, for example, you know, I can receive several hundred death threats an hour on Twitter, particularly if I've had an opinion about anything.
But online death threats, they really lack the personal touch, don't they? You hardly notice them after a while.
Hey, do you want to talk us through what you've been working on, Evelyn?
Yeah. Well, I used to just tweet my favourite singer that if he didn't go out with me, I was going to melt the flesh off his bones. I used to send that tweet about 40 or 50 times a day. He didn't really pay much attention, so now I send him my fingernails, and now he'll have to pay attention.
And what does it say?
It says, if I can't have you, no one will. And then I have put a smiley face at the bottom of the page.
Oh, yes, so this is Dave. He's here all the time.
I've started working in pen and paper because I find that the internet is becoming really toxic lately. The other day, I tweeted a TV newsreader telling her that she should smile more. And when she didn't reply, I made this rather funny joke that I was going to rape her every single day for the rest of her life. And she reported me to Twitter. Now, I don't know about you, but I am anti-censorship. And that is why I fly the flag every day for freedom of speech by threatening people with sexual violence.
We've also started hosting these very valuable workshops on creative writing.
So remember, guys, the key to a really memorable threat is to use adjectives and adverbs. And what are they? Describing words. Yes, lovely. So not just I will smother you, but I will smother you slowly. The chainsaw I will use to torture your mother will be a
rusty chainsaw.
Yes, lovely. You see that? Much more visual, much more effective. Philippa, what are you working on?
So basically, my soulmate, footballer Aaron Ramsey, who plays for Arsenal, selfishly decided to marry someone he'd known for years instead of waiting for me to come out of hospital. So I didn't know what else to write, so I decided to draw a picture of me and Aaron on our wedding day. As you can see, I've used his wife's decapitated head as my bouquet. I also cut off a little bit of my downstairs hair and stuck it on there to add a bit of texture.
That's lovely, Philippa. Really interesting. Just remember, sometimes keep it simple, you know. You can't beat a good die bitch.
I don't know. I never did nothing.
She's coming with me.
We should have mentioned the police take physical death threats much more seriously.
I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Why do the police care so much more about a threat that's written on paper than one made online?
No one knows.
No.
Go in, I'm not going, I'm not